Still a workout?
Me every morning, 4:30 every morning.
Man, I'm bad with it, you know. So me, I'm very happy to say that I have lost 20 pounds in the last 3-4 months, working out and doing my thing.
Yeah.
Them man, him not for work out, him not for go to gym.
No man, you ever try dance with him on stage yet?
Look at them man, them man burn calories right through.
About 15 minutes of ding dong energy and
look at them man.
1 week work
Now this is me in the future. Always want to prove a point. Now we're contemplating another junction in life. We live with our decisions. It all come down to choice. It all come down to choice. Hey, I made use of my opportunity. Now I'm where I wanna be.
Look who we have in the cut. Minister of Health and Wellness, Chris Tufton.
Respect. Good to see you. Good to see you. Again.
Respect, man. And Minister of Dancing and Hot Song. Ding dong.
Man, you know
go on.
Modest life win.
So Minister Tufton can't get the haircut where Ding Dong get.
No.
Minister Tufton haircut are for much more sober. You see, Ding Dong can get Ding Dong
not
right.
It. I'm not qualified for them kind of hairstyle. Ding Dong is in a class by himself.
You ever think, I want to dye up my hair top and just come a road and just not care again?
Well, if I wanted to or if I did, probably I would say it on this program because I want to keep looking young, you know. But I keep it short for the role that I have to play.
So Ding, last time I saw you perform Grand Gala, play Shell. But you see, Minister, what my usual cut, see, what them don't know when them book Ding in the stadium is that you can't put him home turf. Him well comfortable in the stadium.
You mean him used to run for champs?
No.
Oh.
Literally in backyard.
Backyard.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Build stadium, you know.
Build them man a build stadium.
No, really, literally though. Like the tower, them and them thing that me put them up, you know.
Oh, where is it?
Well, I know, you see like other artists going to stadium, them nervous. When Ding just go to shell the place and well excited. So Ding, may I ask you a question? How much credit to give Nannyville and your upbringing in Nannyville to the artist we are and the man we are?
Me and Nannyville, me experience everything in our life. Nannyville raised me. You see me from a born in Nannyville, me there. So stadium are always a playground. You know, we usually hustle all champs. Our stadium was a hustling ground for champs, boys and girls champs same time. We can't talk it now still because the system kind of change up now. You see me, but we usually hustle over there. Every youth in a garrison around any big, major, like even Sabina Park, everybody you know, somewhere we are going to find a way for us, whether car park, whether ticket, something.
Oh, I just do the maths now.
Yeah.
So when all of you like Black Pearl rise out of Nannyville, as top baller, that means it did have a big impact on you now.
Then a Black Road, I was part of the youth, then we block the road in time, and then one left in my World Cup. You know? So one of them we carry Black out the two and them so they can't left our baller. You see me? So you know, Walter Boyd was one of the man them where we look up to in the community too, because the man they on one level where you never see skill like that yet in a football. Never. And a Nannyville him come from, like, we know which part him live, like we can pass us and see him as a daytime, sit down and all a vibe, you see me? So, you don't know, with all of that, because everywhere come with them, everywhere come with badness, you know? You see me? Every community, all uptown now, you see me? Real and true, but we try to just go on different. Because my father usually run the place too, you know? Yeah, black then my father usually run the place like Dan, you see me? Yeah. But I just decide say, yo, here we go on. I can't carry my grand pitney or my pitney come and say, in love with memory, all a ding and say ding dong, yes or no. In love with memory, it don't make no sense, it don't add up. So I just say, yo, here we go on. I just use God-given talent. I know we usually,
I want to talk about a little bit of your upbringing too, because, you know, I go in Jamaica, you know, from a brown man, well-spoken, intelligent, you're always thinking born well off, born having things, easy life and them things. So I want you to take me back to your early days and how your upbringing was.
Well, as unfortunate as it sounds, you're right. People do have a kind of preconceived idea as to who you are based on how you look, which is wrong. Let me just state it up front. I originate from Manchester, Mandeville, Central Jamaica. Went to primary school, not prep school. Closest I went to Bel Air, which was the uptown prep school at the time, was when I used to drive past. And look over the wall and see the kids them.
Wow. Drive?
I enjoy themselves. I'm driving a taxi, man. Okay. And look over and say, Whoa. But went to Mandeville Primary and then was lucky to get the common entrance to Manchester High, which I still think is one of the best, if not the best high school in Jamaica. I know you're going to disagree with it still. But
a big school, but you know, a Wilma's was right.
Of course. But I worked my way through there up to sixth form and then went to UWI. Well, actually, I worked for a year. I couldn't go UWI at first because I didn't have the money.
Okay.
So I saved a year, work at Alcan, the backside plant down in Mandeville, Kirkvine, in a place called Production. Used to turn on the big, heavy iron pipe then when they used to make the alumina.
Big Minister Tufton a turn on
well,
iron pipe.
No, but it's a...
We don't have a picture of them days.
Well, I might, but it's a good story because I tell you, it showed that anything is possible. Yeah. You hear Ding Dong story and him channeling him energy. And by the way, you're one of the most talented, lyrical reggae.
Respect, man.
I want to tell you that, right? Respect. I made you dance, man.
Yeah, all the way.
Several times. I was still trying to keep up with you, right?
Ravers. Yeah.
But then I got scholarships to UWI and then to the US, Atlanta, Georgia State. And then I got a final one to England where I did my doctorate. So
okay.
I've been fortunate, put it that way.
So the doctor in Chris Tufton is not a medical
doctor. Don't ask me to write your prescription. I'm a doctor of business.
Right.
I have a doctorate in international business.
So like mother and father?
So my mother, I like to tell people that my mother fathered me.
Okay.
As is the case with so many Jamaicans. And you know, we think that most Jamaicans grow up in single parent home. And it's primarily the woman who is the driver. Yeah. My father was an engineer who came to Jamaica on a contract to build a bridge, civil engineer. And met my mother, who was working at this establishment, and the rest is history. I was the byproduct. And he went back to England. I never met him actually till about 5-6 years ago. Really? Very brief encounter. So my mother really was the bedrock. She died 16 years ago. But I had an extended family. So I believe in the village, you know, because I had aunts and uncles, cousins, and we were a close-knit, kind of big yard type of setting in my early years. Nice. So if my mother never disciplined me, my auntie would do it.
Right.
Or even my neighbor. The good thing about that is that I could eat 3 and 4 dinners every evening because I could run from one house to the next.
Right.
So typical country life, which I enjoyed and I still cherish today because it has helped me to become what I am.
So Ding, want talk a little bit about that same image where did I talk about? Because you is a man where, I don't know how you do it still, you have managed to just maintain a positive image for most of your career. When I hear ding dong mix up in a this or that, you know what I'm saying? How you do it? How you do it? It's something where you wake up thinking, yo, I have to live up to a certain, you know, is it something where we instill in your mother, instill granny, community?
Yeah, you know, I grew up with my granny and my auntie them and them things still, so it's like granny teaching kind of different still, you know, you see me?
Yeah.
But it's like, when I tell people, say sometimes it's hard, you know? Like, it hard sometimes. Enough people might look upon it and be like, okay, you know, I'm just a fun song and them thing there. But if you check it out, my mom is limited from certain topics.
Right.
Limited from certain words.
Right.
So, how am I going to keep myself fresh over and over again when you're limited from so much things for say and so much things for sing about?
Yeah.
Is me I deal it?
It's a harder road.
And then now, if you hear ding dong voice, it just project a vibes energy, like a dancing energy, like a fun energy. So you may even sing about certain things and where you come from and struggles and race. Some people might no I hear that from ding. You get what I say?
Yeah.
So me have to keep my thing within that. And then when I start sing certain song now and so much people gravitate to it and them thing because when and it will reach any artist, you know. So you get certain song and you go certain place and you have little pitney and come to and corporate people and everything. Is a constant reminder that when I do a song, if me even voice a song and use a word, me have to go back, this can't use, take out this, and then me have supportive team now. We say, now them song I can't, you understand? Yeah. So it's like, it's a constant reminder because of who me become.
I wonder why the youth them not see that example and know say, yo, this or the thing there, more than the example of go down the wrong road, prison, jail, gunshot, dead, this, that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ding dong, and this is someone who has been in public health for 8 years and studied. Ding dong sells happiness.
Yes.
Simple put. And we live in a society today where people want to feel fulfilled and a lot of people are not. I can say it personally, not because I'm a fan of his music and I listen to him, but because I've had the opportunity through Jamaica Moves, remember when we were on the road?
Yes,
the Ravers?
Yes.
And up to recently when you did the ministry's Christmas session.
Yeah.
When you listen and watch Ding Dong perform, it allows the sort of happiness juices to flow. Remember, I keep it very simple, right?
Yeah.
And whether it is in the movement, in the lyrics, in the way you do your thing, and I tell you, we need more of that in the country, and that's what makes him stand out as a very popular, well-demanded artist, because people want to be happy. And you don't have to be destructive in terms lyrically. You don't have to say, oh, shoot a man in his head. You don't have to do those things. As a matter of fact, people don't want to hear those things. It brings out the worst in people. What you do is bring out the best in people.
Respect, man.
And for that reason, I think that's my thing. And mental health is a big thing. He stimulates positive mental energy. And that's a positive thing.
Respect.
Chris, yeah, mash up my dance group. Yo.
When I got sick last year, and Mr. Bogdanovich asked me if I could do some first, I said I will try. But through the Spirit of Christ, I'm here tonight. So God is great. And I thank you all for your prayers and your well wishes. I love you.
Just sidetracking a little. Sumfest. Two of my top moments at Sumfest weren't even musical moments. It was when Freddie McGregor literally teared up on stage, reflecting on the moment when he got booked, and he's doing his recovery now from his stroke and stuff. It was just a moment that all of Sumfest was just like, wow, and it just connected with the audience so much, right? And then Tommy Lee, who nobody would expect to pour him heart out in the way he did. He made a speech where he said that he was, while he was in prison, was like the best 2 years, the best thing that could have ever happened to him, because it allowed him to had an introspective vibe, reflect on life, break certain addictions that he had, right? And he said one of the time Cartel they crossed the fence and said to him, yo, Tommy Lee, it's not worth it, because when I came into jail, my kids were babies, and now they are having babies. And it reached me, touched me, and I say, yo, look, at this moment, nobody expects Tommy Lee to be so vulnerable.
I want to say I respect the police them. I say me what can give me a chance to perform and understand so youth can change, you understand? Not for youth them want change, but they don't really get the chance, because you need somebody to point a finger upon, you understand?
There's a moment in everybody's life when you come to terms with your mortality. It may be because you have a sickness. COVID said to all of us that we're all vulnerable, because at some point in time, everybody was afraid. And when you get to that point, and hopefully earlier rather than later, you have to get into some introspection, as you say, and start to think whether life is worth. What is really life worth? It's really about your legacy, your children, your family, your community, your own satisfaction. It told me that these were persons who were just, as you said, pouring out them heart. They have been on the road, they have seen it all, and them reflecting, and them committing to making things better in whatever way they can. That's a very positive thing. Normally his experience bring that.
Well, I can tell you, in my case, experience definitely brought that, because it was me vlogging that allowed me to speak my truth. So MTM, Meet the Mitchell is what we do now. Before I did that, I was like, yo, I don't want nobody see what me, I don't want nobody hear say this and that are going with me or nothing like that. I keep it because I say I don't want nobody find out these things and use it against me. When I check it out, you spill your guts, you talk your truth, nobody business with you. Everybody I go through them own fair share of pressure. It make you more relatable to them and them can trust you. It build the community so much more when I was just open and honest about my life. And it helped me from a mental perspective where I could now unlock and, you know, let go some of the baggage when we did that carry upon my head. You know what I mean? So it's important for men to reason. You know, just the barbershop reasoning alone is a place where we can go. And we trust our barber. People don't know, say, barber know things, you know, because barber reason with government official, dancehall artist, the man will sweep up the yard, janitor.
It's platform still, you know. Like you have a platform so you can express your feeling. Garris is different in a way. Because I guess I know you can't come on the corner and reason certain things because you look soft. So certain things in a Garris you have to hold within yourself. You have to tough in a than Garris is rough, you know. So you have to hold certain things. You can't come on the corner and come ball. A girl run out pan you come ball, or things are going in your house, you come pan corner, come ball. People even want to talk about that. More time you go up on the garrison, man talk about sports, man talk about music, man talk about things when not even personal to him unless a man hears say something happen to you. Oh, me hear say him that short stone head, or me hear say this happened and a man come laugh about it or run joke. Is it me say it's the platform where you have to express yourself freely.
No, but that different. That are the stigma where we have to try to diminish and kill, you know. And you see even Tommy Lee doing that. I get to you can see, say, you know, the man talk about jail, the man all big up the water, them I say, big up the water them because they give you a chance for rehabilitate yourself. And you say, yo, this is interesting. But I don't think it take off no points off of Tommy Lee. Because at the end of the day, when you points off, trust me now, it's when you express it, I tell you, say, me did have the same outlook. Me did I say, yo, and you know, me say two things and rare. Because people watch me in the garrison too, but it just build a connection for some reason. But you're right though, I understand that, you know, a man don't want to look weak amongst him peers, or a man say, yo, rare, and then him have it and use it against him. Because not everybody develop a mature.
But when him talk, and I nothing where him not talk already. Him talk that in a prison around prison and everything where every man want to come out. It's like you ever have the thing when you ever go drink it and frost out to your frost. You ball and say, Father God, please, I last one this. Oh, you frost. And about 2 weeks after you say, hey, what go on? Me a cup of water go on there. That's what you say. So it's most of the time of them reasoning that. And then sometimes when the youth them forward out, it's like the youth them don't forward out. They might forward out with the intention, say, yo, me nah rear, me nah take. And then the pressures of life, cause me consider a man where if you have to get up and go rob a woman and rear, you're weak like bird blood. You see me? Cause let me show you something now. Me might do what me I don't know or whatever the case, God bless me through talent. A whole heap of them little youth have talent, but them not have outlet. A whole heap of them little youth have talent, but them not have influences. And them not have leadership. It's just like every garrison, every community, you need a positive influence in there where the little youth them can grow up and look to and say, all right, you know, I want to be like ding dang around this, so. You know, I want to be like, then look how much youth to turn in a dancer. Remember one time Sizzler come on Nannyville and turn everybody in a Rasta down there. And a joke something, you know. You see me? So it's like when they not have influences, when the youth them get up now and the only thing them say, what they must say. That's why some of them come sing about, are the only thing where they must see them sing about, are the only thing where they must see them come live. When them come to a generation thing. You ever think a man say create generation wealth and them thing, sometimes in a garrison it go the wrong way.
Yeah, but it's a different, Ding, it's a different thing for a man sing about a thing where him see and you know, but we get to see like some of the artists they might try to depict that something they're not buying.
For the artists they sing them thing, them not bad, none at all.
Yeah, but them a try out for badness.
No, because guess what?
For them one way whether it's to support badness or less. So.
But I just the image of them want portray because you know them want feel like okay, I come from here, so me a rare. You can't do two things one time in a youth. You see me? But what me I try show the youth them now say is like because certain time them sing certain song and the generation change, you know, dog. Like little youth, them a listen, them a sing out every line of where you are singing. You know?
Yeah, but I think Ding have a good, excellent point when him talk about the influence. I think the way to stem the stigma is to generate some positive influence on the youth in the community.
Yeah.
I think Ding Dong is a positive influence. Clearly, I mean, it goes without saying. He has broken the mold. Him go out there and him do him thing. Him choose what he want to do. Because him could have choose another way, you know.
Easily.
Him could have been beside.
Easily.
Yeah.
The fact is that him choose another way, and because of that, him have a following.
Yeah.
And because of that, youth in the community want to be like him.
Yeah. That's absolutely.
So my view is that what we need to break the mold, break the cycle, is not to replicate it clearly, not to be like it, but to provide some sort of positive influence. And if Ding Dong can do it, and so many others, I mean, me in terms of my, lower income uphold, but I got good teaching, and I am where I am. I tell people when I speak at graduation sermon, I was at Manchester High graduation last month. I tell them, let me tell you something. You can't be anything you want to be. You can't be the next prime minister. You can't be the next lawyer, doctor. And I think that plus education and opportunities, which is the next big point they make, opportunities. What do you them lack? And it may be a depiction of myself as a policymaker, politician for so long, is opportunities. We have to give them more opportunities to support the positive influence that people like Ding Dong represent.
Definitely.
And I think that's important. The other thing, quickly, is that, and we as politicians make the mistake, I think, right? Self-reflection, may I go through now in the barbershop.
What
right?
do you mean in a second?
In that, if you don't project sincerity, it's very tempting to make things look like what they are not. Very, very tempting. It's very tempting to say, boy, you're the deliverer of every problem in the world.
Right.
As politicians do that. That's how
Right.
we platform or we campaign.
Yeah.
When I was in COVID, one of the decisions I made to myself as the Minister of Health was that I must go to the people very often, talk to them, and just tell them like it is while reassuring them that we can overcome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too many of us put on a show
Exactly.
to depict what we are not. And oftentimes it gives people a false impression, a false narrative, and you them don't learn from that.
True,
So
man.
that's my view, and I could be wrong, but that's my view.
No, that's a serious point to make. That's a,
Exposure great too, you know.
Yeah.
Like some of the youth them don't know nothing. But when them grow up come see a morning time, them wake up come see this. You have enough youth to live in Mobile when never come to Kingston yet in them life. You have youth to live in a certain garrison when never come out of it yet. Unless them probably have a little work, a little side work around this. So you have some youth now where we that carry. Say for instance, because I used to travel and Ray, they carry two of the youth them out of a place and say, come. We got one small island there, so and when him go see that a different way him start praying, him say whole heap more out there than just where the writer so. Sometimes we don't even know where the writer so. We're out there because we just stuck with what go on writer so. You see me? So when they expose them to certain things out there, like if you look on some of the artists them before them bust, the little youth them know art. Them usually dress certain way and underpants a show and this, that, and when them bust and reach certain stage and start travel, go foreign and them thing, and start to some different swag out there. Man start just if you start saying not the good something them now.
Yeah.
Man stop. You understand?
so
But
exposure is a big thing.
big and another thing I want to tell you, sir, one thing I feel like, one of the things that I feel like government for do and put in place, we want some new era. Some of the era them were there. God forbid, respect them and grow for know them and everything through school and them things. But if I look at pick them and come up, if I show them one picture one of them man and say, oh this, them don't know who.
Yeah.
Because them have different era now. You see in both them a era and Bob Marley them a era boy, you know.
Yeah.
For what them do, you know, for the flag where them carry upon them back so much years and the woman them and everything. I now tell you say if you go get every single man to make it out there.
Yeah.
Era ship or nothing. And I said this long before them get Rihanna them type of say you them if them say a ding dong or a bolt or something, or even though them done the certain things already will influence youth already. But it put it on a different pedestal where a man go say, okay, could I youth agree you say with me and come turn era boy? You understand? We, as government that does that, I feel like one of just we want some new era now, God. You see me?
I made use of my opportunity. Now I'm where I wanna be. I tell you I made use of my opportunity. Now I'm where I wanna be.
The older I get is the more I recognize that the greatest satisfaction that you can derive is not how much money you have in the bank account. Money important, you know, don't get me wrong, because you can't survive without it. Is when you really feel a sense of achievement when you help somebody. That's why I make a public service, right? I know people have a perception of politicians and say, the whole way a thief, the whole way a this, the whole way a that. I mean, I don't make them think bother me. I just do what I have to do. And when I help a youth go to school and him come back and say thanks, or a sick patient go through and do a surgery and them life saved, to me, it make me feel better than $1 million. Every day as Minister of Health, I get at least 10 calls about people in distress. People cancer, them want the chemotherapy, them now have the money for the drugs, them on a surgery list. Back to school now.
It's a heavy burden this man that carry a daytime, you know, man.
You can't solve all of the problem, you know.
Problem.
Back to school coming up now, how much money you think I'm spending for back to school to support children?
I can't imagine.
$10 million, right? That is CDF plus support, plus some other support, maybe about 12 million. And that will come up to about a couple hundreds of students, whether it's school fee at UWI or books, book vouchers. So, you know, the society don't make up of one person. It's all of us have to come together and do what we have to do. And we don't always get it right, because we're not perfect. But the reality is that we must see our role as playing a part to uplift somebody else. And I think if we do that, we feel much better about ourselves, you know.
I couldn't have been in the barbershop and don't ask you about COVID. COVID is behind us now, or we still have to stay and watch because another...
Yeah, I don't want people to feel too complacent, but COVID is generally behind us. I mean, there are still some strains out there and you can still get it. But when COVID was in its heyday, it was a frightening experience. I mean, you know, you never know who was going to be next. What I'm more prepared to say is that what is a bigger problem for us is our lifestyle, in that nutrition is a big deal. We need to take nutrition a lot more seriously. We eat too much salt, too much sugar, too much fat, and I could go on and on. We overindulge. And it's a Caribbean thing. We love enjoy ourselves and we love engage in excesses. We have to create more balance, and that's why we have a Know Your Numbers campaign where people check them blood pressure and them blood sugar and them BMI, body mass index, and cholesterol, because that is a good read. And we are trying to encourage Jamaicans to do that once a year. Because, I'll give you one example. In 2020, 7,500 people got a stroke in Jamaica. 2,500 of them died. More than 80% of them would not have gotten a stroke if they knew that they were hypertensive, for example. They could control it. If you know, so your blood pressure elevated, you can take medication, right? And you can take it in its proportion. I know men feel if you do that, it will make you lose your whatever.
Workout and all
that. And a little exercise. And all of those things should be a lifestyle. So I tell people every day, health is not what's on a prescription pad and a medication. Health is lifestyle. If you learn to live a particular lifestyle, you reduce the risk significantly. That is a bigger problem than COVID can ever be right now. But I want to ask him, how you arrive at them dance moves? Be curious, because you're in a studio for hours a do it, or you just come to you naturally?
No. Like, cause you know me build dance, the youth them run we build dance, not the group. And we try to get everybody a platform for themselves. So I not just have youth around me and be like, okay, them youth are just their own. I encourage them. You will build a dance, if it even build good, we fix it up and make sure say it work. Come on, you have something on your name for you.
Right.
So I'm saying, if I want, I can build another dance. But every man in my crew, get a chance. Ravers, clavers, crew hot. So I want everybody say, you look on cool, you look on, everybody will have their own stir fry, have a significant dance to them name. And then the whole I will promote it like our one. Like,
so you start with the dance or you start with the music? Because it's one of my favorite gel.
It varies sometimes. Sometimes the song will come first and be like, we could go build something to this now. But normally, like, we come out with dances, it is a stages to it. We might go one party and hear a song.
Okay.
Say Wayne Marshall play. And we have build a vibes to Wayne Marshall's song and we are dance and Ray. overnight, like 2-3 nights, we got the road, oh, we like that movie,
I just pull it out.
and then we just say, all right, Bill, I read him off for this with the California, you see me?
Man.
And they'll say, yo, all right, the lyrics come easy.
Which one you love more?
Dancing is even a question.
I see
Really?
that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Dance.
No, well, you do both
the
well,
DJ
but that's why I wonder whether, because part of your signature feature is the dance.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, the people know you for the high energy.
Yeah, but it way more deeper than that for me still.
Yeah.
Like, for me, because dancing is my freedom then.
Excellent.
Like if me I sing,
Yes.
me have to think. Think about words and
Yes,
rary
yes.
and
The
which
lyrics,
words and
yeah.
melody
I
and
get
that.
you.
Like when me I dance now, like from music I play, me lock way. And the writer say in front of me, I'm in a say, you know. Because like me just in my own zone. Me couldn't lose $1 million. Me couldn't, somebody for me couldn't drop out anything at all.
True.
From me I dance, good music I play and me I dance, me not remember none of that.
Yeah.
That's
Verse if me have a little one drink and put it up,
Yes.
me not remember none of that. You see me? But when time the music stop now and me done dance, everything just come back. So
That's why we can't keep up with them.
You know.
Yeah,
see
that's
me?
like me a hike. When me I go up to the hill and see the trees and the bush around it,
Yes.
me just tune out everything.
Yes, man,
Everybody have them
freedom.
little,
Yes.
them place of,
Yes.
you know, mental.
Yes.
Yeah, man. When him in quiet time, him can't go sit down in a restaurant. I mean, everybody all over you want to take picture and autograph. No, them don't really want to take picture of you. And customer cost me about somewhere at work. But you get more big up on.
Yeah.
But it's kind of hard. I don't think. The truth is, when you commit your life to that kind of public appearances, whether it's entertainment or politics, your life it becomes not your one, almost.
Yeah,
And you almost have to resign yourself to it.
One question I'm going to ask you, Tone.
Yes.
Because me find it difficult sometimes, but how, as people were out there with people, how no balance on the time with home and work. Because you can't disrupt your home. Make sure it's home safe, but sometimes he's a man, you have to go out a night.
You know, see what me do? I turn my home into my work.
You see, it's an unfair question for me where you've already defined the best option. I mean, you can't just dance at home.
No.
It's hard. It's very difficult. I mean, I've had my own issues and challenges in my life, but the truth is, you have to make the time. I tell people generally that in terms of mental health, which to me is the biggest challenge, your state of mind.
Yes.
Your mind bring on everything else, positive or negative.
Yes.
You have to say, listen, boss, I might time this.
Yes.
And if that time comes with family, friends, or the trees, or the animals, you make sure you set aside that time. Because nobody will do it for you.
Nobody.
And let me tell you something else. When you would have passed, as we all will, is one good funeral in a boss. And after that, another ding dog, another Christoph, another Wayne Marshall. So, I tell people that you must make that a priority.
Yes.
And that will be my response. I might not, that is how I see it. So I do try to take off some time, and more so now, because it's necessary for the mental space,
Let me ask you something, and we can, the barbershop reasoning can go on and on, because there's so much more things that we want to tackle upon, but we don't have all day. I know you guys up and down and busy schedule. Ding just forward in the wee hours of the morning.
Uptown Monday, man.
Uptown Mondays, man.
Wild.
Street, man. Streets, man.
I'm going to check it out soon.
Up the wild, man.
Well.
Yeah, man.
Vibe up the man, proper.
End game. So down the road, grandpa ding. What?
I never think so yet,
No, not even grandpa.
Nobody say yet, I think grandpa ding.
Not even grandpa ding. We don't even go so far down the road.
Yeah.
They're far from that, though.
Diversifying the influence, because you're an influential artist, dancer, everything. What do you think you can step into, to broaden your horizon? Is there something more that you see yourself doing when you look back now as a big man and say, "Yo, we did it," Where you see yourself transitioning into as the influence grow?
Well, you have so much things where we want to put yourself in. Some of the I love to have all shares and some of them big company I'm representing.
That is it.
You see me? And we have business ventures where we have planned for moving, me and my wife and everything. But me not rush it, because nothing happen before the time. So I care where you do, you have a point where honor you this now until you venture into something different. But you see, if with artistry, like I think it kind of difficult because if me I go open a business, so me open up a barbershop here. Now go there so 24/7 because I want it run certain way and I want it progress certain way. So it will take me away from the music.
The main hustle.
Yes, so when you have like a child like Ding Dong now in the music, if you go start open up a business now, it will take time to take away from it. You get me I say?
Yeah.
So me as a man just run the wheel until I see like the wheel will drop off and say, hey, I'm buy one new cat over here so and move. But for now,
nice.
We are on the wheel.
So guys, I am getting ready to go to rehearsal right now. Yeah, your boy is a actor and theater man and beer sitting, you see what I'm saying?
That's me on the corner.
Boy, I not see that show you start no better, you know. What a conversation. Big up. I think there is something for everybody. In the reasoning. Big up yourself, you see me?
Man,
we cut ding dang. Barber, a ding dang time for cut, you know. Fix things.
Get up and leave.
Get up and wish leave. Yo, the cut.
Yeah, no, it's a good vibe. I like the vibe, yeah. A good vibe. It's we are dealing, even though we have only more to talk about and could have talked about, but I think we touched some valuable points, like, you know what I mean? I would just want to send a message to the youth them out there. Say, everybody we have the music, and if you understand, say, we have influence on the youth them and the mindset of how the youth them think. We can change the narrative of how them think or where them are seen at them place if you project it out the right way in a music or through music. Is me I did it. So always remember, say, you influence upon somebody.
Well,
Is it me?
when we were doing the Jamaica Moves program around the country, the parish tours, one of the things that we did to manage the healthy lifestyle workout was to create an atmosphere with people like Ding Dong and to subtract from it the vices like alcohol. You know, when you go dance, if you say you have to vibes out with the alcohol to enjoy yourself. Well, people dance for 5-6 hours. And the only thing we serve at the ground is water. You know where the energy and the intoxication came from? Came from the music and the dance.
Yes.
Well, just like
And I'm telling you,
Yes.
we underestimate. I know you don't underestimate it because that's your big thing. The power of the music. You can engage in music, whether through listening, participating, dancing, to a point where you get a high that is not possible in any other way.
Natural high.
And many people don't think that way. If they thought that way, then they would engage it in a more positive way.
That's true.
And the music is intoxicating.
Yeah, we give thanks for the collaboration with music, government, culture, everything. Yeah.
Corporate, the whole like
Yeah, we really give
now.
thanks. And as we say, we have to prop up and push the positive influences so it become the norm and it become the thing. You know what I'm saying? So I write this at them, man. And if I was to leave anything, Ding, remember you say it's hard for a ghetto youth for express himself certain way upon the corner, but I don't want to say, yo, find a chargy, find a sister, find a cousin where you can reason with, talk through your thing, get some advice, bounce something offer. You know what I'm saying? And then we see where you can get a strength from somebody or get a strength by just taking something off of your head where did I tackle your brain. You know what I'm saying?
And to it, wicked in a place more time because sometimes it's the same money when you go vent on anything in music and send.
Yeah, man, I know, man.
So people kind of skeptical with him about that.
But it's hard. You see, when you give a man ammunition, it's hard for music against you, because you say it first. So you don't show a man say you're willing to talk about it.
Yeah, but him say it to you.
Anyway,
and then him go say it to the world.
Let me just tell you something which you may not know, and it'll be alright if you don't. Bad mind is in every
single
activity and every community. As a politician, I have seen and read and heard more things said about me that is alien. That I'm supposed to be involved in.
Right? I'll meet you, you know.
Yo.
Sometimes some people say some things me have to say. You don't even know me from fly.
Ding dong, I read some things
You
on
understand?
social media about myself.
Yeah.
That sometimes I wonder how people have such creative imagination.
Yeah.
And it tells me that we are just always tempted to believe the hype around gossip, rumor,
What are them things there?
rumor mongering.
That's self.
And, you know, we're not perfect, you know, don't get me wrong. We all make mistakes, we all have issues in our life and so on. But the truth of the matter is that people relish more the idea of some sort of rumor and amplifying it than truth, which leaves us
Negative
with
rumor
a
too.
bigger burden. Exactly.
Negative
So,
rumor.
But he's a man with holy composure to do, man, over the years. We don't really hear.
after a while, my back get broad, you know.
Yeah, and
exactly.
sometimes
just calm the deal with
it wild more time for you hold certain things.
Yeah, because the good
You
youth
can't
image,
say.
the good youth image backfire. Sometimes a man a try dry you, cause I say, "Ding, nah, go ray, man."
No,
Isn't
but
it?
yo, me not lie still, me hold it, but I know them can't. You understand? But yeah, but
Well, it
you
don't
see
know
me?
what.
Yeah,
Calm
but
down, no
me hold it still, man. Yeah, man.
But I want to commend you finally before I go to my next meeting on this initiative, because, and this might sound a little controversial at the barbershop. A lot of time when me hear rumors that it start in a barbershop or a hairdressing parlor.
Well, see what they are give a positive
That's
spin.
it, bro.
At least I give you a chance to express yourself.
That's it,
and
man.
the rumor.
That's why I'm not go there.
You're saying worse than the hairdressing parlor.
Forward to me.
Worse in the agency, so you can't
And
stay
the
there.
bars, so it feels.
We get calls, someone I call up the name in a barbershop already.
That is it.
And I don't know, we
I
are
just-
talking
I just play
beside it.
It just
I think the
come-
barber
just play
thing make you
side, man.
relax. So
Yeah, I just
you
play
feel
side.
like, boy, you get a little relaxation and your mouth just start talk. And all of a sudden you start talk when you hear about John Brown and Mary
Yeah,
Jane
man.
and Tom Stroke. Me hear saying do this, me
Yeah,
but me
man.
hear say, I see a lady over there, so hairdressing parlor is about 100 times worse. You probably need a hairdressing parlor.
I just say go, man. I just say go for sure. Can't
Give
change.
thanks, bro. Give
Can't
thanks,
change.
gentlemen.
Yeah, man,
It was a
thanks.
spirited conversation.
Wayne,
Always a vibe.
transition Wayne. Wayne, must say, me book up in a airport from Japan and them place there.
Yeah, man.
And when me come see and Tommy too.
Out in the world,
You see
man.
me? And me come see when I make that transition and now, me I say, yo, God no, cause here I know, that's why it's a COVID. A whole heap of good come from COVID, you know. You know much star come out of COVID. True. You know much people come bust, you know much the phone come turn a workplace.
Yeah.
The house come turn a workplace.
Yeah.
A whole heap of good come from COVID, you know.
True, man.
So I'm not to look on the negative part of it. It carry me closer to my family and my house.
It's true.
Right.
You understand? And give me sanity in your house. I watch every show, comfortable, me good. And if I fight for not put on weight. You understand?
Yeah,
So it's like whole heap of good come from it. And
Same way.
the transition we make when me watch your wife. I talk to you all the while and tell you, when I watch your wife, I say, yo, it's just natural and it just, you see the downside, you see the upside, you see everything, and like you try sugarcoat this or you try pretty it up or whatever the case.
It's real, it's real.
Yes, so that's one way I do my father.
Anyway, my penalty in COVID was $100,000 because Ding Dong and him brethren Ramesh organized a session with Shensia and make me bust the curfew, which was supposed to be up the day after.
You
Because
see that now?
$100,000.
You see that now?
Ramesh and Ding Dong crew cause
The Ramesh entertainment party.
me forgive them still, 'cause I really my fault. I really my fault.
We never see all that. We never talk about the great Ramesh.
Man, them break the curfew.
Yo, a big
that.
thing.
So
I
bad.
know get banned. I get ban myself from road. I go bowl party.
Yeah.
Oh, you did a bowl party?
Yeah, then a 5 hour with the other party and a big millions of people. And how they get permission for, you know?
Right.
And cause I remember I was couple day after that, I have to go vote and everything. I'm going to Nannyville and everything. Everybody a job from me. And I said, look at God.
Anyway,
I'm good, you know.
just tell
Remember the whole way they have to take tests and everything. I'm basic, man.
Since we like
was
barbershop,
an
tell
experience.
balls, we never tell nobody say look about COVID.
Yeah. Leave the minister out of that.
Health information is confidential. And
Yes,
I
sir.
always respect
Ramesh party cost.
$100,000.
Oh yeah, but It was an experience, but I like.
No,
we
it was
never know
good.
how to deal with it.
It was good. It was
We never
good.
know how to deal with it. Remember something this just happened to in the world. We never know how to deal with it. And I like if it happen again now.
And we did well. The truth is we did well under the circumstances. I have to commend the Jamaican people because for the most part, people recognize the importance and them follow the instructions. So I have no regrets. I think we learned a lot and we're better for it, you know.
Sure.
Anyway, gotta go.
Yeah.
All the
Respect,
best
man.
again
Thanks
here,
for your
boss.
time,
Yeah,
man.
man. Cool.
Welding.
Ding dong. Respect, man. Every
Respect,
time.
man.
Every time. Cool.
Yes, man.
Ready?
Now this is me in the future.
Rich, we
Always want to prove a point. Now we're contemplating another junction in life. We live with our decisions. It all come down to choice. It all come down to choice. Hey, it all come down to choice. Whoa. It all come down to choice. It all come down to choice. Hey, I made use of my opportunity. Now I'm where I wanna be.